give a warm welcome to the Transversal Quartet, winners of the 2023 Chamber Music Residencies of the Orquesta Sem Fronteiras, which won the European Charlemagne Youth Prize in 2022.
One, two, three. All done. Thank you. Thank you for support. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Please welcome to the center of the European Parliament's hemicycle, the two I-2023 presenters, Yakini and Dylan, from creative agency De Kiesmannen.
Woo!
Good morning, Strasbourg!
How are we feeling?
Come on, Strasbourg, how are you feeling?
Great!
Yeah, that's the atmosphere we're looking for. Wow, we're gonna say this one more time. Strasbourg, from the bottom to the top. How are we feeling? What an atmosphere and what a day. Welcome, everyone. The I-2023 opening ceremony is starting now.
Wow.
It's good to be back here at the hemicycle of the European Parliament and to see so many of you, young people, here ready to share your ideas, your perspectives, to shape your vision on the future of Europe in the next 2 days.
Yeah. And we're glad to see your enthusiasm. Dylan, I think it's safe to say that we are as enthusiastic as all of you, especially since we will be joined by the President of the European Parliament, Roberta Metsola, in a bit time. So you can ask all of your questions, all of you, to her. Yes, donc soyez les bienvenus. Bienvenue à tous et à toutes. Et nous sommes très...
Well, a warm welcome to you all. Welcome to each and every one of you. We're delighted to be here with you.
Or Polish, Romanian, Swedish, or any of the 24 European languages, you can just take the headset in front of you and scroll through the different channels to listen to this session in your own language. Also, for those watching online, you can also go to the EP Multimedia Center through the Facebook page and listen to this session in one of the 24 European languages.
Yeah, but now before the President joins us, we still have some time to get to know the I, but also to get to know each other.
Let's start with the I. Because the I brings together all these young people, and this is the 5th edition of the European Youth Event. The I brings together every 2 years all of you, young people from across the European Union and the world, to discuss the most urgent topics on the future of Europe.
Yeah, indeed. So we have lots to discuss. And for the people joining us online, first of all, a very warm welcome to all of you. We cannot see you physically here, but we can see all of your comments coming through the event page, the Facebook page. And it's also good to know that all of the events that are happening here in the Hemicycle will also be streamed online. And actually, well, we have an iPad here where we're also following all of the events. It's here, let's see. Because I already see some people joining from Portugal. Are there some people from Portugal in the room here?
More people from Portugal?
Ah, in the back. And on top, cool. I see some people from Estonia. Are there people from Estonia here? Yeah?
Yeah, a few people.
Okay, now I have an easy one because I see a lot of France. Now, where are my French people? Make some noise. Faites du bruit.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, keep sending in comments, questions, anything through the Facebook page in the comment section, because we'll be answering also your questions. We'll be giving the questions that you put in the comment box to the European President later on. So keep those questions and keep sending them in.
Yeah, and keep sharing your posts, your tweets, your photos, dancing videos, and use the hashtag I2023, because this way they will also show up on our social media wall. And we have 2 colleagues, Jochem and Sarah, that will be doing an Instagram takeover, and they will be dropping some I hoodies. So keep your eyes and ears open for Sarah and Jochem.
But why are we here again? What is the I and what can we expect? The I 2023 is a unique opportunity for all of you to exchange your ideas, to interact with other young people, but also decision makers, experts, activists, and influencers. And also, you can expect to partake in activities co-created by the European institutions, but also by civil society and youth organizations. All of this in the heart of European democracy.
Yeah, and this year is actually quite special because we have 1 year to go until the European elections in 2024. So that also means that we need to discuss a lot of important questions, like how will we tackle the climate crisis? What will we do with migration, our economy? So it's extra important for all of you to make your voice and let your voice be heard. And following up on that, I think it's good to know what happens after the I, because all of your ideas, your insights, your concerns, they will be bundled in the Youth IDs report. And this report will be handed over to all members of European Parliament. So, if you want your ideas or your insights to make it to this report, you can simply go to youthids.eu.
And now, if you want to push your engagement even to a further level, and I think many of you will and should, because you are here for a reason, then there's also a life after the I, after these 2 days. Then there's the together.eu platform. Giacchini, are you actually already signed up?
Well, actually, since a week ago, I actually am.
Okay, I'm really happy to hear that. And I hope most of you people will. Are there already some people signed up to the platform? I see some hands here.
Oh, great.
All right, maybe 30, 40%. Hopefully, after this weekend, all of you will be registered, because this is the community that will promote European democracy, that will tackle questions about our economy, about our democracy. Next year are European elections, and this is the platform, the community, where you can share your ideas, where you can list events, where you can attend events, or mobilize other people to join the campaign towards the European elections and beyond. So I hope that you can actually take your phone right now, scan it, and register right away with 1 click. So we can all form one giant movement to push the European democracy 1 step ahead.
It's that easy. Wow. And now about the organization itself, our aim is really to create a sustainable and an environmentally friendly event. The I also obtained a certification for sustainable event management. So I actually already see a lot of reusable water bottles here and there. That's great. We have water fountains all over. We are reducing waste. There are trained volunteers to assist people with disabilities. So we're really making an effort. And at the core, what it's all about is making sure that we have an event that's all about inclusiveness, equality, sustainability, and making sure that I is a safe space for everyone.
So if you see something that's not right, if you don't feel safe or comfortable, feel free to reach out to the I helpline with the number in the back. That's plus 33 670 060 217. There's also a trusted person, so available throughout the whole event. So if there's something that's not right, you don't feel comfortable, feel free to reach out or make a report through the trusted person or the I helpline.
Yeah, I'm just hoping there will only be like rap battles, dance battles, no other
battles.
No, yeah, exactly.
Okay, you're totally right. Now, I think it's more than time to get to know you guys a little bit better. So let's start with some basic questions, and we're going to do that in a very exciting way, because you're all sitting where members of European Parliament are normally sitting, of course, and you have your voting terminals in front of you. So we're going to be asking a few questions, and you'll be able to use the voting booths just like members of European Parliament do. And if you agree, if your answer will be a yes, you can at the same time raise your hand just like members of European Parliament do.
Yeah.
Also, for those people watching online, you can just type a yes or a no in the comment box, so we also have an overview of what you guys think in the online session.
So you really have to put your hands in the booth. And now we'll start with an easy question. Did you travel longer than 4 hours to come to Strasbourg today?
Who traveled more than 4 hours? That's a yes, and you can cast your vote now. I can already see some lights pumping up.
Wow. I heard some people coming from Scandinavia already. So
Zucchini, where did you come from? How far did you travel?
From Amsterdam, so that was quite 8 hours, I think.
8-hour train ride for us. Okay, maybe we can see the results. I think most people have cast their vote.
Oh, wow.
580 people, more than 4 hours. That's really far.
What a commitment.
From all over the continent. And probably most people from Germany and France that are within those 4 hours. All right, let's go to the second question. We know now that people are here from all over the continent. But we're wondering, do you feel European? Let's cast your vote. You can vote now again and raise your hand if you feel European as an addition to your own national identity, your regional identity. I see Ms. Keller already applauding for this, member of European Parliament. Yeah.
Well, let's see the results.
Yeah. There's a few people who don't feel European.
Wow.
That's also, of course, totally fine. A large majority already feels European.
That's great. We're happy about that. Now, another question. Do you know the person sitting next to you? And this might be a bit easy, so the two people on your left and your right. If you know them both,
do you know those people?
That's a yes.
And it doesn't count if you met them only yesterday. Okay, let's see. There's a bit more negotiations happening. How well do I know my neighbors? Let's see the results. There's a bit of shaking hands already.
Oh.
All right.
That's quite divided.
So a majority already knows the people sitting next to them.
That's really, really, really great. But we still saw a lot of people that don't know their neighbors yet. So this is the perfect opportunity. We want everyone to take just 1 or 2 minutes to speak to someone sitting next to them or in front of them, behind them, that they don't know yet. 1 or 2 minutes, and then we'll get back to you. And in the meantime, we'll play you some music.
Good luck. 1, 2.
Yes.
I think
Perfect.
that's it. And I'm going to go into the audience and let's see if we can see some reactions of people who have been... yeah, it's very exciting. I would like to have your attention, please.
Wow.
1, 2. Yeah. Are we all together?
Yeah.
And we're going to get plenty of time to meet one another. But now we are going to listen to one or two participants' reaction. Hello, madam. Yes, I'm going to go to you. How are you?
I feel great. This is an amazing experience.
And can we get everybody's attention, please? Thank you very much. I see that you were chatting to your neighbors all around you. Did you already know your neighbors?
No, not at all. I met her on the bus.
Okay,
And then I just met them now. So.
And what did you hear from your neighbors? Where are they from? And
Finland.
Finland.
Hungary.
And Hungary. Wow. And yourself?
I'm from France, but I'm with the Maltese group.
Okay. Wow. And what did you guys chat about?
We actually talked about this. The voting, the fact that we had to travel so far. Well, I mean, personally for us, for the Maltese group, we... When did we travel?
10 hours.
10 hours, and then you had 13, 12.
Wow. And so far, is it worth it?
Yeah.
Okay. So far, it's worth it. What about you, Giacchini?
Wow, that's great to hear. Yeah, round of applause.
Yeah, 30 hours of traveling. That's definitely worth an applause.
Yes, I'm here close to number 115, and I see a whole group together. What is your name?
My name is Stanislav.
Stanislav. Okay, let's see. And Stanislav, did you speak with anyone from your neighbors that you didn't know yet?
Well, we're here as a small Ukrainian group, but I managed to speak with Mark, who was just across the line.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What did you speak about?
We just were trying to see our journey, because Mark
you can use this mic as well.
He was working more on the city diplomacy, I'm more on the IT side, so it's interesting to see how this big group is coming together.
Oh, that's really cool.
But with our Ukrainian group, we actually self-organized and found each other in the corridor, so we are having a little Ukrainian corner here in the
That's
parliament.
really cool. Yeah. All right, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Yes, and Dylan, I think there's one last question, right?
Well, there's indeed one last question. We just need to double check with you guys, right? Because we're not sure yet. Official vote. We're going to put it to an official vote. Are you guys excited for the next 2 days? You can now cast your honest vote. If you're not excited yet, we're going to make you excited, I promise.
Exactly.
I think this is an easy one. Can we get it on the screens? There's a few people still hesitating. Go up to them, make it excited for them, introduce yourself, because that's also what this event is all about.
Oh, wow. This is great. This is a great start.
All right.
Okay. Now I think we're going to try something different. So what I want to ask everyone to do is stand up. And if you cannot stand up, you can just raise your arm for example.
Don't hesitate. This is your moment.
Up.
You
People
can all
online
stand up
as well.
Also, on top.
Great.
So we're going to play a little game with you.
Yeah. And the game goes as following. We will say a few phrases, and if this applies to you, you can sit down again. And yes, there is a prize involved.
Okay, so first statement, please sit down if you're from Germany. It was a game. I was not going to say it was fun.
Okay, please sit down if you came by car.
Please sit down if you're older than 22.
Oh!
Yeah, it's a European youth event, but...
Okay, please sit down if you play football.
Please sit down if you don't know who Roberta Metsola is. Okay, smart audience.
Yeah. Please sit down if you don't know who Pina Picerno is.
Please sit down if you don't know who Pina Picerno is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Now,
what I thought.
I have a good one. Please sit down if you eat pineapple on pizza. I get an applause. No?
If you think they actually
Italy is
are,
supporting me.
you can point also to people. Please sit down if you eat meat in general. Okay.
Well,
There's a few people
I
left.
think we have 1, 2, 3.
I think we are
4,
going to do
5, 6, 7.
Okay, we're going to do
8.
a guesstimate.
8 people.
Yeah.
Oh, 9 people.
Okay.
10 people. Thank you. The
11.
audience is very helpful.
Okay, then we're going to do one more.
Yeah.
Please sit down if this is your first time at the eye.
Okay, so now we have 1.
So this is your
2.
second time or more. Okay, we have some engaged followers here.
3, 4.
Okay, we're going to do a guesstimate.
5. No.
This is the grand finale, and we have one question for you. The one who is closest to the answer will win. And our question to you is, how many people aged younger than 25 live in the European Union?
You cannot Google this.
No. We're going to start right away with number 456. You can speak in the microphone when it turns red. 456. How many people, just wait.
Yes,
yeah.
you can speak.
How many people younger than 25? And you can say it right now.
I have no clue.
Okay.
That's a very honest answer.
That's an honest answer. Okay, I'm going to go scan who's next.
Who was standing up?
Who else
You can
is
stand
standing
up
up?
again.
Okay, we're going to go to number 14. Do you have a mic? I'm just
Yeah, you have a microphone.
You can speak in
right
this
there.
red microphone.
Around 70 million?
70 million. Okay.
Okay.
We have 277 as well. Could we turn on the mic? Yes.
20 million?
Okay.
Yeah.
20 million.
I just see some phone. We don't want to disqualify you, of course. Here.
We also have 368.
I believe around 85 million, maybe.
85 million.
And was there anyone else standing up here? You were standing up still?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, I cannot see your number. It is 214. 214. Wait 1 second, the mic will turn red. 214. Yes, go ahead.
I think it's about like 35 million.
25 million.
No, 35.
35 million.
Okay.
The correct answer, and we have a winner. She's really close. She's up front. The winner is right here because it's 73 million people. Come to the front.
Woo! Yeah. Okay.
And we have a very special announcement because how come you know all this? I see you have a special badge. Does that mean you work here?
Well, yes. I've been doing an internship at the European Parliament since September, so I have the honor to, know a bit everything.
Okay, and you work on the demographics department.
As well.
Oh, okay. Well...
Then we are going to nominate an extra winner.
Yeah.
With your agreement.
Okay.
Who was closest? It was something with 80.
Yes.
Yes. We are going to announce another winner, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, though.
And we are both going to give you an eye hoodie. So can I also congratulate you. What's your name?
It's Aldam from Spain.
I'm going to just stand in between.
Oh,
we have 2 Spanish winners, and it's yes, extra congratulations. And so, how come you know so much about the European statistics?
I mean, well, if you are kind of informed about the EU, you can do the math on your mind.
Of course.
Plus, so if you look at the demographics, like I just imagined, like the population pyramid. Do you call it that way? Yes, I think. So you do the math, you multiply the number of inhabitants in the European Union, and
to be honest, you had some time to do the maths more than the rest of us. But still,
it's impressive.
Both of you were closest. We're going to give you the hoodie first, and we're going to give you one later. Can we please get a warm applause for you two winners?
Woo! Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. Oh, can you turn the hoodie around? 1 second. See, eye into eye. Thank you so much. You can sit there. Thank you so much.
You're also getting one. We'll make sure to get you one.
Sure. Thanks. Yes.
All right, so now you know a little bit more about this surprise that we have in mind for you, because we'll be dropping these eye hoodies throughout the coming 2 days.
Yes. Okay, so there are more things happening today at the Eye. For example, we have the IDs Hub, which is a new space next to the Hemicycle where you can share all of your IDs. We have artistic performances, indoors, outdoors. There is a together.eu stand and much, much more happening.
So don't forget to check out all these activities, especially also in the Eye Village. So make sure to visit the Eye Village, where there's music, sports, all kinds of workshops that you can attend to. So check out also the Eye helpline and the info point, which is located in the Eye Village.
Yes.
And we also hear actually that there is a competition in which you can take part if you follow the Eye map and collect a few stamps. So make sure to follow the Eye map. And also make sure to follow the Eye Village and the Eye socials, so you can really be most aware of the Eye hoodies that you just saw.
Yeah, and we still have a little bit of time. So what I would like to do is I would like to get you to know you a bit more in depth.
Shall I do some more quick interviews?
Maybe Dylan, if you go ahead. Is there anyone who spoke to someone, their neighbor, that has an interesting story? You can raise your hand.
Who has a neighbor with an interesting story?
Don't be shy. It doesn't have to be something very special.
I'm going towards this gentleman here. May I ask you, how are you doing?
Sorry?
You can stand up. How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
What's your name?
Tommaso, from Italy.
From Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome, Tommaso.
Thank you.
And Tommaso, what are you looking forward to most in the next 2 days?
To keep being excited about being European and try to contribute at the most I can with new ideas and meeting new people and learning from all of you.
The whole package.
Yeah.
Yeah. And have you already planned to any specific sports workshops or any events that you have been looking into?
I've booked for some activities in hemicycles and other floors. I'm looking forward to explore all the other activities in the Eye Village, but I'll take it for this afternoon, I think.
Yeah, there's plenty of activities to attend to. Okay, thank you so much, Tommaso.
Yes, and I'm here at number 444. Maybe we can turn on her microphone. Because I just spoke to you briefly, but tell me, what brought you to the Eye?
Hi everyone, I'm Caroline, I'm Italian, and...
Wow, Italy represent!
Yeah!
So, I came to the Eye because I study European politics and policies, and I wanted to see how the institutions are from within. And so far it has been an amazing experience. I met so many people, so I just hope that it's going to be a great experience for everyone.
And are you looking forward to any specific event?
Well, all those music events, because I'm a musician.
Ah, what instrument do you play?
The piano.
Oh, really cool.
And I'm a singer also,
a
so
singer,
check
oh wow.
me
You want to drop your Instagram or anything?
So yeah.
Cool. Well, I hope you have a great time. Thank you so much. Dylan.
Yeah, I'm
where
at this part of the room at 388. How are you doing, and what's your name?
I'm good. I'm Annabelle. I'm from Ireland. I'm 17. I feel like I'm one of the younger people here.
Yeah, you're 17.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And with whom did you get here?
My mom traveled here with me, and then I'm here myself today. But I already found some Irish people I know, so it's exciting.
That's amazing. Where are some Irish people in the room? Woohoo! You know, I'm actually also half Irish, so yeah, I feel the connection right away.
Yeah, it's really exciting to be here and in the room where the MEPs sit and everything.
And how did you get to know about the eye?
I'm part of the National Youth Assembly for Ireland and a few other youth organisations there, so we found out about it through that, and then I registered myself.
Amazing. And what's the most pressing issue that you feel you want to make your voice heard on?
I'm really passionate about sustainability and climate action and biodiversity, climate justice, so I'm looking to go in the green path and through that.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing that you're already doing this at 17? All right.
Yeah,
Bikini.
I'm all the way here at 701. And yeah, tell me, what brought you here?
My name is Laurent Cyprien. I'm the president of I'm the leader of the delegation of the outermost region of France. I'm from Martinique, France.
Martinique.
And we come far away, all of us, Réunion, Guadeloupe, Guyane, and Martinique. Very happy to be here, and I play the saxophone. So.
Wow, saxophone. And how long did you travel? Final question.
Well, it's about 12 hours for Réunion, something like that. But most of us, it's about 7 to 8 hours.
Wow, what a dedication. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoy. And I'm going to make my way down again because I just got a cue that there's something really exciting that's about to happen. Because now that we are all warmed up, I think it's time to start with the part that we have all been waiting for.
And I guess that you know what is going to happen. A very special guest is ready for us, and I hope you are ready for her too. Please join me in welcoming the President of the European Parliament, Roberta Metsola.
I've never seen such lighting in this room. I think it's quite cool. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. How are you? Good? Yeah. So, welcome. Welcome to the European Parliament and welcome to the opening of the European Youth Event 2023. I'm so happy to be here. You know, when you look at this house, the heart of European democracy, this is a house that is yours today. And I want you to make use of it. And I want you to be able to say what you think and what you want from us. This is a house where decisions are made, laws are voted on, legislation is voted upon. But today, it is being taken over by you, the young people of Europe. Whether you have traveled to be here in Strasbourg with us, whether you are following online, I thank you for being here today. Nous avons la chance de nous réunir ici Strasbourg.
In Strasbourg, it is a symbol of the construction of the European future. Thank
Forward the ideals that Europe stands for. Thank you for fighting for the Europe that you want to see. This is your Europe. And we need to be honest about what we want to see. We need to be honest about where we've not done enough. We need to be honest when we think that some things are too frustrating and take too much time. We need to be honest also about our achievements, and there have been a few. Over the past years, we have experienced a global pandemic, war on our continent, an energy crisis, inflation, and cyber warfare. And all of this while a climate emergency keeps on ticking. I am proud of how our European Union has delivered. We have come together in defense of our values and of our way of life. We have created jobs. We have stood firm when freedom and justice have been threatened in the most brutal of ways. That is the Europe that my generation was promised. And I've spent quite a few times and hours and days in this room before I became a member of the European Parliament doing exactly what you are going to be doing, I hope, in the next few days. And that is a Europe that we must now deliver to the next generation. Now, that is not to say that the European Union, as I said before, is perfect. It is far from that. It is evolving. And we need to have the courage to make sure it evolves, to make sure that it is fit for purpose. Because the world is changing and we must change with it. We need reform. We must keep listening. We must keep explaining. We must keep delivering. And we cannot be afraid of change. And for that, Europe needs you. Europe needs you to take part, to not retreat to the comfort of easy cynicism or indifference, to recapture the sense of hope and possibility that the European Union offers. And that is precisely what the eye is. It is the European Parliament's flagship event. You cannot imagine how excited we are, how excited most of my colleagues are that are here. I can see them. How we look forward to this event as one where you come and hold us accountable. Tell us what you like. More importantly, tell us what you don't like. This is a program that has been co-created by you. So over the next days, 10,000 young people will gather in the European Parliament building and in the iVillage next door to discuss and shape the Europe that you want to see. And that it won't stop there. Huh? Your ideas and discussions that you will collect in the Youth Ideas Report, it will be shared with the members of the European Parliament and presented to them at the hearing this autumn. So my appeal to you, before you ask me questions, I hope we have time for questions, right? Yes. I don't like it when people just talk and then leave, so ask me anything. Take advantage of this opportunity to discuss, to listen, to exchange, to network, to learn, to meet new people. Don't only talk to the guys you traveled with. Don't only talk to the people in the language you are most comfortable in. Because the friends you will make here, you will carry with you forever. Members of the European Parliament, colleagues of mine, I have known some for 20, 25 years because we were involved in youth politics together. And sometimes we would be on opposite ends of the argument. And we would be in this room late at night saying, no, I think this is the right way to go. No, I think that you are wrong on this, but I will try to convince you otherwise. Sometimes I was wrong. The best part was that we loved Europe. And we knew that Europe stands as that beacon of hope, vision, and understanding, and tolerance, and protection. That is what Europe continues to stand for today. That is what we need to fight for every day, so that then you can take this experience back home, where you came from, with you. And then you will stop and think, I hope, what can I do next? Can I be a candidate? Why not? Will I vote? I hope your answer is a resonant yes. Look around you. Do your friends vote? Do your families vote? Not so many nods now. I'm going to ask you to do that. In 1 year from now, exactly this weekend, next year, we will be voting for the new European Parliament. This European Parliament that needs to continue to deliver. And it can only continue to deliver if it works for the European project. If it continues to be a home for everyone. If it continues to be a place where everyone can benefit, where everybody can feel that they are part of the decision. So you are the ones that this weekend have the ability to trace the trajectory of the future of Europe, because you are our voice, you are my voice, you are my colleague's voice, you are every citizen of Europe's voice. So have fun, be open, discuss, ask questions, and take a little bit of Strasbourg and Europe home with you and grow it wherever you go back to. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam President, for your inspiring words. Now we will indeed, luckily, have some time to ask some questions also to the President. So start preparing some questions in your mind, and also for those watching online, you can start entering your questions in the comment box, and we'll try to answer as many questions as possible. Also for you upstairs on this side, we'll also hopefully be able to take as many questions from you as possible.
Yeah.
But we'll kick off the discussion with a few questions
we can
ourselves.
take a seat and we'll kick off with some questions. Because you have been president of the European Parliament since January 2022, and you're rather young yourself as well. And well, yeah.
Not so young anymore, but okay. I can classify as that.
Okay, that's good. And now there's a lot of young people, thousands of young people here with a lot of ideas and perhaps even projects that they would like to see implemented within Europe. So what would you like to say to those young people?
Well, first of all, I would like to thank you for coming here. I would like to thank you for choosing Europe. And I would like to see that you go back at the end of this weekend. How many days will you be here for? 2 days? 2. At the end of 2 days, and say, all that I've learned, how can I implement it at home? The world is a very difficult place. Europe is undergoing and facing a lot of challenges, but if there's one thing that has characterized not only my time as president of the European Parliament for a little bit over a year and a half now, but since I've been member of this house for 10 years, is that if you believe in something and that thing can be delivered, then don't stop before you succeed. And there are moments when it's hard, when you think agreements are not possible, when If anyone had asked me on the day of my election, would you know that 5 weeks later we would have a war on our continent? But also, if you had asked me whether we would have made such huge... Okay, now Mohammed Shahim is not going to like it that I'm going to mention him. You see someone who's walking here there. He's a member of the European Parliament. And he's our pioneer on environmental legislation. Without him, our climate law would not be there. Sorry. I will apologize to Mohammed later, don't worry. But I saw him walking because if it were not for colleagues like him, and I see Fabienne as well, I see colleagues here who really get together and say, we need to do more. We are still too far away from addressing the climate crisis that this world is facing. But in this house, we had the courage to do that, and we went further. And we said, let's make sure we go faster. I want to see that kind of speed in this Europe, and I want you to push us to continue to do that.
Thank you very much. Yeah, indeed, of course. I think that's indeed very inspiring, and as we are indeed with many enthusiastic young people, of course, in the room, engaged young people. You mentioned the European elections next year. There is also, of course, many young people who don't vote yet. You mentioned trying to mobilize your friends. Why is it so important to mobilize more young people to vote, and how would you do that?
I first ran as a candidate for the European Parliament when I was 24.
Wow.
And I remember thinking already then that how am I going to convince, and this was a time when my country had just joined the European Union weeks before. And my task was at the time, as a younger person, to speak to people about what the European Parliament meant. What happens in this room? How important are the votes that we managed to push through in this room? And my biggest challenge was to convince, and it remains my biggest challenge as president of this house, is that when somebody in front of me is looking at me making this argument, that person is not thinking, oh, don't worry, my vote won't matter. Mm-hmm. Not only will it matter, but if you don't, you might not like what you see. And it will be too late. Decisions in this house are explained and can be taken when they are taken with majorities that are for the survival of the European project. Sometimes different decisions could be taken. Next year, we would be facing, I will run as a candidate in this election, and I will need to tell those same people why it matters to vote in 2024. And I will once again say that if it were not for the European Parliament, we would not have rule of law at the very heart of our decision making. We would not have been from this podium declaring that Europe is an LGBTI freedom zone, not as some countries are trying to do. That in Europe we protect journalists, we do not kill them, as has happened in some countries. And that there is nobody for whom Europe cannot be their home. And I think after these 5 years, we can deliver on that.
Wow.
And I'm hoping that we can convince as many people as possible to vote because of that.
All right. I think it is now time also for your questions. So if you have a question, please raise your hand, and we'll try to answer as many of them. We'll bundle two or three. And then hopefully get back to you.
And you will have 1 minute each, and you will also see a countdown on the screen. So when you reach 0, that is your cue to stop speaking, basically.
Just like members of European Parliament.
Except that you can't stop them, stop the microphone. So it has to be up to you to
Okay,
control
okay.
your,
We
your
expect
time
your
limit.
cooperation.
Okay, let's start. 392, please stand up.
And say your name. Say your name.
Yeah.
Wait until we can see the microphone turning red.
392.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello. Hello, Your Excellency, Madam President.
Roberta.
My name is
Roberta's name.
Roberta.
Good.
My name is Saba. I'm from Georgia. I'm happy and honored to be here, and I'm happy and grateful to be able to ask you a question that is so important for me. As you were giving out the speech, you said a sentence that had the same meaning as this sentence. If you believe in something that can be achieved, you should do everything to make it happen. So, the thing that I believe in is that my country is European. My country... Thank you. Our culture, our traditions, our fundamental criteria are European. So last year, our friend countries, Moldova and Ukraine, got the candidate status of the European Union. But Georgia only got the European perspective, which still we're so grateful to have, because that once more determines that Georgia belongs to Europe.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
475, please stand up and wait until your mic turns red.
Great. Hi, can you hear me? Great. Hi, I'm Dominique. I'm from Romania. After the Supreme Court decision to strike down Roe v. Wade happened, I know that the European Parliament had passed a resolution on safeguarding the access to abortion. However, what we see is that people are still being restricted all around Europe on accessing their reproductive rights, and we see that here in Romania, unfortunately, on access. We see it in Malta, that still has a total abortion ban, and we see it in Poland recently, where people are dying, and Dorota just died because she had been denied life-saving abortion. So what is the position of the European Parliament on this? Because I know that we passed resolutions, but what are the further, any further action that the European Parliament is going to take on this? Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Right on time.
Well in time. And we'll take one more question from 193. The gentleman, yeah, I think it's you, in the white shirt. 193, please wait until your mic is red. Yes.
Okay. Hello. My name is Palumi, and
my name is Peace.
And we have two questions. So I want to ask. My question is, what is the European Parliament's position about the effects of AI and how it's going to take over education and other parts of society in terms of the law as well and just technology in general?
My question is, how does the EU kind of aim to create more representation and awareness around kind of the disadvantages that communities such as ethnic minorities face? Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you so much
for your concise questions.
One more? Okay.
Let's do something from the sides.
Yeah.
Perhaps number 693. My vision is really testing me. Yeah, 693. Okay. And by the way, sir, you can also speak in your own language if you prefer that. But go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I try in English.
Okay.
Thank you for this opportunity. My name is Helena. I'm from Brazil, but live in Portugal.
Wow.
Thank you. I'd like talk about migration because every year 1,000 people die in Mediterranean and 1,000 people die in other countries. And I'd like know how can Europe work. Sorry, I read. How can Europe work harder to guarantee the right to migrate and immigrate with rights? Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay. So, Georgia is Europe and Europe is Georgia. Every country has its own path. As you will see, there are certain steps to be taken, but make no mistake that the transformative effect, Sava, of a country that has been either accepted as a candidate state or has been given a perspective is huge. Is huge, especially on young people. I say this from personal experience. I lived through the steps of my country being told sometimes to wait, sometimes to pause, sometimes to go faster, sometimes to do more. But at each step of the way, we were convinced we were getting closer to becoming a member of the European Union. It is this European Parliament that is always the first institution to say that enlargement should be a priority for this union. And we say it because the European Union is not just an economic bloc. It is a bloc of values. It is a bloc of peace. It is a bloc of freedom. I was in Chisinau today 1 week exactly. And you could feel the beating heart of a population that says we want to be in the European Union. And I can tell you that that resonated with every single leader who was present and whose answer was a resonant of course. So I can give you my commitment, but I speak on behalf of the European Parliament with huge majorities in this House, that your country, your president was also in the Parliament last week in Brussels, saying exactly what you said, and that commitment stands, and we will move forward with it. Dominique, the moment the judgment that you mentioned was handed down, I stood there at the opening of the plenary, and I said that women's rights in the United States and in other places in the world, including in Europe, where we see regression, that is extremely worrying. And this Parliament stands for rights, liberty and equality everywhere. We also say this, I think, every session when we meet to remind of the need to take care of what is happening to women in Iran. Because the term women, life and liberty was coined on the streets of Tehran, where women are repressed every day. And that is something that this Parliament stands for, whether in Europe and outside Europe. On AI, we have a very difficult vote next week in this House. But what I'm looking forward to is the most advanced, courageous, broad legislation worldwide on AI. And it would have started here. Here. We have a lot to do. We're waiting for the entry into force of the Digital Services Act on the 1st of September, because that will also matter as to how we, as politicians, but also as lawmakers, interact online in the face or in a world where technology is running at breakneck speed, at a time where we need to embrace that. We need to know and, let's say, once again, embrace the advantages, but also be aware that there is always space for abuse. And that abuse needs to be closed. If it's not, then it is the vulnerable who will suffer. And vulnerability means different things, whether it is economic vulnerability or social vulnerability, but frankly speaking also, in our case, when we run a house of democracy, which is the antithesis of anyone who leads, if you can call the word lead, an autocracy, thinks that we are the antithesis of that autocracy, that tools that are created for good or for progress could be abused against the vulnerable. And that is a balance that we seek to find here. On integration and awareness, this house stands for openness. And you will see, in fact, even when we looked at certain laws, such as the one passed in the Ugandan parliament 2 weeks ago, when we organize summits, for example, with leaders of different continents. So you have the EU Latin America summit coming along on the 17th of July, which I will participate in, the EU Africa summit that took place last year. My position is always that we talk to all countries as equals. We have a responsibility in the European Union to do just that. The world is about partnerships, and the world is about equality. And that's what I think we did not do well enough in the past. And that is why in our societies there is marginalization, there is intolerance, there is extreme poverty, which we have for far too long not tackled directly. And it is about time that we do that.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Migration, quickly. Sorry, because I need to keep myself some time. This is actually my job, to keep time, so I'll do it. On migration, Zalena. Yesterday, after 7 years of bloc negotiations, the Council of the European Union started to unblock a very, very difficult migration pact. And that means, I see Fabienne Keller here, who is from Strasbourg, used to be mayor of this beautiful city, so please, I want you to acknowledge she's question of this house. She's a member, she's a leading negotiator in this house on migration. And we stand very clearly on a balanced pact that respects, that protects, that is fair, but that does not allow for abuse of the most vulnerable people on this planet. And we will continue to fight for that. But at least we get to negotiate. Don't underestimate that. Until yesterday night, we thought that would not be possible in this mandate. Now it is. So rooms outside this hemicycle will be used to bring together members of this European Parliament and ministers of the different governments to negotiate a pact that is fair and that is just.
Wow. Thank you so much. And I see that it's already 12 o'clock, but I see also that there's a lot of people with questions. So what I want to do is just take one question from the online audience and one from the audience here in the hemicycle. And from the online audience, we have Giovanni and Emily asking, what are you excited to see from young Europeans these 2 days? So that is their question, very concise.
And then we have one more question from the room, that is 427. Please stand up and wait until your mic. And we're going to ask you kindly to please have a short question and also relatively short answers, because we're out of time.
Yeah, hard job. Huh?
Thank you for being here. It's an honor for me as well. My name's Sarah and I'm coming from Romania. And you mentioned the elections taking place next year, and in my country all the elections are taking place next year. And in the light of that, I was going to ask, and considering that a lot of political campaign nowadays takes place on social media, what is the European Parliament's position on combating and fighting against disinformation and misinformation taking place before the elections and visualizing them? Thank you.
Wow.
Very important question.
Sarah, you should be a member of the European Parliament.
Right.
There's an election, you should run for it. That's a perfect question, and it's one that we ask ourselves in this house. So, Giovanni and Emily, what am I most excited? You know, I was looking at you now. How old are you, approximately?
Who is under 22?
Who is under 20? Who is under 18? Nobody's under 18. You are under
In
18.
general, 16 to 30.
So, you know, next year, I like that. Next year, in 4 countries, 16-year-olds will vote for the European Parliament. That's super cool. That's super cool. That's what I'm excited about. That every 16-year-old in Europe can find a candidate who he or she or them can rally behind. But I need to do my job. I need to convince. I have a 16-year-old son. I need to convince him to vote next year.
Is that going to be a difficult job?
Well, I hope he votes for me. But I need to convince him. And I need to tell him what Europe stands for people like him and what I need to ask from him what he wants. From me, not as his mom. He wants a lot of things from me as his mom. But as his representative. So I'm excited about the potential of Europe and this house to reach everybody in Europe, no matter whether you live in a town, you live in the countryside, you live far away from where you have access to health services, educational services, sometimes most basic services, that you feel that this house stands for you too. That's what I'm most excited about. On social media, yes, this is one of our biggest concerns, Sarah, on combating disinformation. I worry. I worry that, and this is not a question of what is true and what is fake, you know. It's difficult for a politician to say, yes, what I'm saying is the truth and what everybody is saying is not. What I'm hoping is that any efforts by whoever wants to destroy this house to infiltrate a news feed is not very successful. That's what I'm hoping for. And I'm hoping that and now I will make a specific point, that every young person in Europe, but especially young girls in Europe, are not more afraid tomorrow than they are afraid today. Because that's a real problem that we have. A massive one. And if I have to tell you something before apparently I need to leave, is that do not be afraid. Stand up for what you believe in, and do not let anybody tell you what to do. You decide what you want to do. Stand up for it. Sometimes you will fall. Pull yourself up and walk on. Only you can do it, but we are here to help. Thank you very much.
Wow.
There is somebody who wants to ask a question, but I thought that he could come and say, so.
Well, then you
I
would
can do
need a
this. Yes,
mic.
don't
We're going to
worry.
give you a mic.
Come on. I saw him. So
Thank you so much.
Go ahead.
I'm from Moldova, so thank you for being in my capital city. I know that certainly in 7 years, I hope, my flag will be here. But my questions about the elections was, I'm European for 12 years. I live in Italy for many, many years. And I can't vote, being citizen of Moldova, but having all documents from Italy, but I can't vote. We should do something with this, because we have millions of people who are from Georgia, who are from Brazil, who are from everywhere, and are Europeans already, but can't vote.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your question.
Sorry for the... I broke a little bit your rules.
You were the president of the European Parliament.
Well,
Madam President,
he's right.
Yeah,
He's right.
any final words for him and for the whole crowd
You're
here?
right. One thing I would disagree. You have always been European. You're not just only European because you live in Italy. But you are right. We need to do more to have more inclusive elections. It's very not easy. Every country has different rules, whether it's about residence, whether it's about citizenship, but it must be made easier for someone like you to be able to vote. Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for the question.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
I think that this is an inspiring note to end the opening session and indeed to start I-2021, right?
Can we get one last final applause and a big thank you to the President of the European Parliament, Roberta Metsola.
Thank you. Have fun.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Have a lot of fun, huh? Okay. Shall we take a photo?
Of course.
Yes, we take a photo. I come there. Everybody will be careful.
All right.
A photo with everyone.
A photo with everyone.
Yes,
That's a cool idea.
I keep changing their rules. They're not going to be happy with me. No, like this. Dinah, you can do it.
Okay.
You can stand on the chair, Dinah.
Wow.
I think Dylan and Yannick are not going to be happy with me. You good? Good. Hold on, let me change.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone.
Say cheese.
1, 2.
Cheese.
Sure.
Silly faces. One more time.
Yeah.
Say cheese.
Cheese. Sorry for changing the rules. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Madam
Thank
President.
you, everyone.
The eye is open.
Whilst the President is still going to take a few photos, we have one more announcement to make. You can exit through the back doors instead of the front where you came from. So through the back doors behind us at the stage.
Everyone leave this way.
Left and right.
Have fun.
Good luck and see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.